You rolling now?
Yeah.
Okay. My answer to that is yes and no. A lot of the things that I do when I'm, quote, improvising are things that I've developed or written or discovered or learned from other players. They're more or less prefab ideas, structures, shapes that I can play around with and apply to the chords in a song. I studied jazz guitar in university, and I remember going to a lesson with my teacher and talking about improvisation. And he encouraged me to take certain musical situations and write phrases and lines that I like for those musical situations and learn to use them in a variety of keys. And that was a powerful lesson because he told me, in the end, what you want to have is a vocabulary that you can use in improvisation, and you need to rehearse that vocabulary. He said the point of taking a solo is to sound good, so it's best to be prepared for that situation. Okay, here's a simple little phrase that's based on the notes in C major. I like to take one note and to scoop into it from below, so that's scooping into the third note. That's scooping into the third note and then the fifth note. I'm just kind of writing around with these things. Ooh, I like that. And actually, I've heard that a million times in blues tunes anyway. It sounds like something Buddy Guy would play. So it's a little, and that works really well over a C chord or a C7. So now I can make choices. I can start on a different note in that little pattern. Oh, that works nicely too. Or oh, that was kind of interesting too. So I've got a whole bunch of little choices I can make within this little simple shape that I've worked up. So if I'm going to the 4 in C, the F chord, I have this shape that I'm very familiar with, and I really like this idea of taking things from a fret below. So if you take the F chord and just treat it that way, you got all these ideas under your fingers where you're sliding from below. And then you can find some other notes, like another F note up there, so that sounds good. And you can start fooling around and find other notes of the chord nearby, like, ooh, like that. I'll keep that one. The nice thing about an instrument like the ukulele or a guitar is that it's a graphic instrument. And to me, that means whatever shape that you play things in can be moved to play the same things in different keys. So if I'm playing a lick that I like to play over a C7 or a C, I got a C chord here, and it relates to the shape of the C chord like this. It's right in there inside the shape of the C chord. So when I move that, say I go to F, which would be right here, I can play the same little phrase related to the F shape here, or the F chord here, and if I go up 2 more frets, then I get the G. So if I'm playing through a blues, it would be something like, back to the F, back to the C, here comes that G, to F. So that's just one soloing idea taken through a whole blues. And since I've written that idea already, it gives me the capacity to improvise through that chord change. Oh, you want me to take it? I would jump into something that I know.